Hey Internet, Yoshi here, also known as Parker, and this is my setup, or at least this has been my setup for the past few years. It all started when I upgraded my 2007 iMac to a brand new 5K 27-inch iMac in the summer of 2016. And I've been rocking this setup for nearly 3 years now. Aside from that though, I got my tax returns back. I thought it was time to upgrade everything. Actually, this upgrade happened a couple months ago. This is a top-of-the-line 27-inch iMac, and immediately I knew I needed to upgrade the hard drive to SSD, and I also wanted to upgrade the graphics to the Vega 48. Thankfully, since I was still a student at the time, I got a pretty good student discount. Unfortunately though, the student store kept messing up my order. They kept forgetting to include the graphics upgrade as part of that set. And I'm just like, oh, I wanted to order the graphics upgrade. Like, they literally have it in their notes. And they're like, oh, well, I guess we can reorder it again. But, you know, if we're being honest, your computer will be so much better if you spend $450 on RAM instead of the graphics card. This graphics card upgrade isn't even that good. And I just wanted to smack them. I know exactly what I want. I am so done with you. Bye. So I didn't get the graphics upgrade. The basic top-of-the-line graphics card is still insanely beefy, especially for my editing needs. I recently also just was able to acquire a few new hard drives for my USB enclosure and my Thunderbolt 2 enclosure. More on that in another video. So that's the base standard for where we're starting. Today, we've got a Thunderbolt 3 dock, we've got a RAM upgrade, and we've got a new computer monitor. So I got a 32 gigabyte kit, and that's in the form of two 16 gigabyte modules, bringing the total up to 40 gigs of RAM. Now, that's nowhere near the 1,500 gigabytes of RAM, or 1.5 terabytes of RAM that the new Cheese Grater Mac Pro will be able to support coming out later this fall, but I think it'll suit me just right. And the RAM upgrade could not be easier. Just unplug it, place it down on a flat surface, press that button behind the power outlet to pop off the RAM door, slide in the cartridges, and that's literally it. Woo! Well, all right, now that we have the RAM upgraded, the next step, got this Thunderbolt 3 dock. Docks are insanely expensive. On the front, we've got micro SD card, audio in and out, USB 3.1, Type A, as well as Type C. Then on the back side, we've got 4 USB Type A's, digital audio in and out, Ethernet, 2 Thunderbolt 3s, as well as a display port and the power connection. Oh, okay. Looks like that's a massive power brick. So this is like, pretty sure that's aluminum. So that's just gonna fit right at home. Got the aluminum and black glass. That's gonna fit perfectly. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're almost done. One more upgrade left, and that is the actual monitor. And just a really quick history lesson for you. I've had a lot of interesting monitors in my life, starting with the Windows 95 PC my family owned with those ugly beige CRTs. Later on, we upgraded to some 17-inch LCDs, which are honestly pretty great. And I even used it as a secondary display for my original 2007 iMac. After that, I upgraded to an LED monitor, super thin. Wow. Although, honestly, I mostly used that as a display for my Xbox 360 and especially for LAN parties, which was a thing in the mid-2000s. Remember those? Those were the best. My favorite monitor I've ever had, however, is Apple's very own 23-inch ADC display, which you should totally watch the video I made about that. It's pretty good. And then for the past year or so, I've been using this LED TV, mostly for gaming and streaming and as a secondary monitor. And now we're going to change all of that with this guy, the BenQ EX351R. It's a little old. I think it's about 6 months to a year old. It is a 21 by 9 3440 by 1440 curved monitor. It supports HDR. It has a pretty high refresh rate, and it's got a display port, 2 HDMIs, so it's going to work perfectly for all my gaming stuff as well as all of my editing stuff. Well, let's go get that started.